Welcome to Movie Extra. Today I will show you a movie titled, Spree. Let me know what you think of this movie after the video. Kurt's world revolves around his online social media channel. He captures his life as he moves from Los Angeles to Azusa with his parents. He films his dogs and his father. He talks about his parents' divorce and any new activities he's engaged in. He works as a babysitter. He looks after Bobby, who is a popular online video game streamer. Kurt tries to show Bobby on his live video. Bobby yells at him. Kurt tries unsuccessfully for 10 years to become famous on the internet. He stops live streaming and goes into isolation. He gets a job as a spree driver, a rideshare driver who picks up and drops off passengers where they want to go. He uploads a video in which he claims that something has sparked his imagination and will make him famous. His plan is dubbed The Lesson, and he will do it in his car. He shows the water bottles he has prepared for his passengers. He settles in and goes to meet his mother. Kurt advises that you must set up your cameras because you must capture everything. His mother calls him inside. He comes out with a bracelet and sets out on his journey. He picks up Frederick. Frederick notices all of the cameras and wonders why there are so many of them. Kurt claims they are for his safety. Frederick claims he is giving a speech in front of 3,000 people. Frederick tries to convince Kurt to believe that the white race is superior to every race. Kurt says Frederick needs to stop because his comments could hurt his viewer ratings. Kurt speeds up and runs a red light. Frederick is terrified and gasps for air. Kurt tells him to drink from the water bottle. He agrees but claims the water tastes different. A flashback reveals that Kurt poisoned all the water bottles. Frederick coughs and tries to open the door but collapses in the backseat of Kurt's car. Kurt gives a victory sign. He boasts that one is down and that there are many more to go. Kurt picks up Andrea. She's on the phone. She picks up a water bottle, takes a sip, and passes out in the backseat of the car. Kurt takes a seat next to her lifeless body and unlocks her phone. He receives a call from his father, which he ignores. He uses Andrea's phone to give himself a 5-star rating and responds to her husband who is messaging her. Kurt is stuck in traffic. Mario says he has to be somewhere. Kurt alters his course after another passenger requests to join the ride. Mario expresses frustration. Kurt says that he chose Spree Social and he'll have to deal with it. They see Jessie, who has been waiting for them. Kurt parks beside her, but she pulls away. Mario urges Kurt to pick her up. She says she's canceled the ride, but they persuade her to take it for free. Mario recognizes Jessie as a comedian with a huge following. Kurt talks with her about her accomplishments. Mario films Jessie without her permission, and they argue. She goes live and says Mario's irritating her. Mario says she's absorbed with being Insta-famous. Kurt parks and tells Mario to leave the car, but he doesn't. Jessie insists that she leave instead, but not before grabbing a bottle of water and throwing water in Mario's face. Kurt drives Mario on an empty road and Mario says he has to throw up. Kurt tells Mario to get out of the car. Kurt hits Mario with his car and runs him over. Kurt switches on his interior LEDs and watches several videos of Jessie performing her act as a stand-up comedian. Bobby laughs at Kurt on this live stream because he's his only viewer. He suggests content on assisting the homeless or something else interesting. Kurt picks up 3 people in his car. One of them comes to the front next to Kurt. He offers to take them to a private place and they agree. He asks the passengers at the back to open the sunroof and climb on the roof. They do and film it live on Instagram. Kurt speeds up and breaks through a gate. He tells London to go out of the window and enjoy the view. He stops, and 2 dogs run up to the vehicle. London gets in and winds up the window. Kurt closes the sunroof, and the dogs attack the passengers. Kurt kills London with a drill. Kurt takes his bloody car through a car wash. He asks Bobby if he witnessed the most incredible killing spree. Bobby says it means nothing because no one watched it. Kurt joins Jessie's live stream. She is spending time with her grandmother and says that she is going to Joke Brothers. Kurt says she's attracting a lot of attention for doing little, while he's working so hard to become famous, and it's just not fair. Kurt knocks on a door. Jessie hears a knock. She walks downstairs and Kurt waits in front of the door. Jessie opens the door to find Miles and Bobby opens the door in to find Kurt. Kurt asks Bobby to introduce him to his following. Bobby introduces Kurt and says that he used to babysit him, and is seeking attention so bad, that he is now doing some very illegal things to become famous. Kurt stabs him. Bobby's viewers comment with mixed opinions. Some say that the footage is fake, and some say it looks real. Bobby tries to shoot Kurt, but Kurt overpowers and kills him. Jessie and Miles drive to Joke Brothers. Kurt takes a shower and streams it live. He has over 100 people in his live stream. Kurt starts live streaming with Bobby's account with over 4,000 viewers. Kurt gets a text message from his father, requesting that he pick him up so that they can go to a club and see Kurt argues with his dad about his mom. His dad sees a gun in the glove compartment and asks Kurt why he has it. Kurt says he carries it for his safety. Kurt and his dad meet and her friends. She joins Kurt's live feed and he asks if she will mention him. Replies that she will, and Kurt notices that she does not follow through. Kurt goes to sit in his car. Asks him to take her to a taco truck and says she will give Kurt a mention. He waits in line for food. Finds his gun and goes live while holding it. Drinks from a water bottle in the car. Kurt finds her unconscious. 2 cops approach him and question him. They order Kurt to the front of his car and administer a sobriety test. One of the officers approaches the passenger side window. Wakes up and fires a shot through the windshield, hitting the other officer in the head and killing him. Runs away and the officer chases after her. The cops pursue Kurt. He drives on the wrong side of the road while live streaming. He drives into a construction zone and his car crashes and flips over. Jessie is on stage. Kurt live streams the performance. Jessie describes what occurred during her spree ride with Kurt. Kurt displays his gun. Jessie claims that she, like Kurt, was once desperate for attention. She smashes her phone and announces her retirement from social media. Kurt requests for a ride. Miles asks Jessie if he can take her home. She declines, orders a ride, and leaves him. Kurt drives the car and Jessie sits in the back. He reminds Jessie that they've met before. She tells him to pull over, but he insists on driving her to his house. She tries to strangle Kurt with a wire. He knocks her unconscious. Kurt drags her in the front of the car. He starts a social media poll. He asks the audience whether he should fuck, marry, or kill her. Kill her comes out on top. Kurt is unable to locate Jessie. He gets out of the car to search for her. Jessie jumps in the front seat and drives towards Kurt. He runs and escapes to his house. Jessie crashes the car into the living room. Kurt approaches Jessie and she hits him and runs. Kurt's dad enters the room and shouts at Jessie. Jessie trips over a body and Kurt's dad bursts into tears. He claims that the body is Kurt's late mother. A flashback reveals that Kurt killed his mother before starting the lesson. Kurt shoots his father multiple times. Jessie starts the car. Kurt tries to shoot her, but the gun is empty. Jessie puts the car in reverse but it doesn't budge. She drives forward and pins Kurt against the wall. Blood splatters on the windshield. Jessie steps out of the car and hits Kurt multiple times in the face. Jessie snaps a selfie with his lifeless body and posts it on her social media. Kurt's story starts trending. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and leave a like if you'd like to see more videos like this.